Make sure you stay until the end. People make a common mistake that can cost you thousands of dollars, so we'll share what it is. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video to any of you having a Hyundai or Kia with a GDI engine and you want to know the symptoms of leaking fuel injector guys. Stay with us, we will explain that and how it can destroy your engine. Practically you will need new engine if you don't fix it on time. Before we start, let me just tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. Why we do that? Simply because our mission at the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep providing this free information to you. Now, if you need to buy any parts, tools, new injectors, anything for a really good price and quick shipping as well, check out the link in the description of the video below. That's where we get our tools and supplies from. With that being said, let's explain the symptoms of leaking fuel injector and how it can destroy your engine. Now, this is the engine right here, 2.4 GDI engine. But even if you have a different GDI such as 1.6, 1.8, 2.0, 2.4, 2.5, it will work on all of them. Many of you have been asking us in the comment section below lately guys to share information about the diagnostics that you see in the videos we use and what we recommend. This is the one here. It works on Hyundai, Kia and almost any car you can think of guys. We use it daily. I'll put the link in the description of the video below if you want to check the current price and features. So with that being said, let's explain now, okay, the symptoms of leaking fuel injector. This is guys right here, this is the fuel injector right here from cylinder number 1. Then we have 2, 3 and 4 respectively. What a leaking fuel injector means? Pretty simple guys. Leaking fuel injector means that the injector is dripping fuel and leaking fuel out of it when it's supposed to be closed. Practically that injector is an on and off switch. When it's on, okay, you will have fuel in the fuel rail and that pressure of fuel will just spray through the injector. When it closes, it has a magnetic cord that closes. You can see you have 2 wires. It will close and it actually will stop the fuel flow. Now, what happens if the injector is leaking? Okay, it can fail in a few ways. One, where it's just barely dripping fuel, which in some cases is dangerous, okay, and can lead to even engine failure. And in other cases, it can be spraying fuel all the time, which is even more dangerous. Now, in either case, guys, the injector will start pouring, okay, fuel when it shouldn't. That will result into a rich fuel mixture. So you can actually have engine light and codes which is called P2188 rich fuel mixture or P0172, and it will be detected by the oxygen sensor that you have a leaking fuel injector practically because you will be having a rich fuel mixture that can be caused by a leaking fuel injector. Number 2, you may develop misfire. When the injector is leaking, it can get the spark plug wet. When the spark plug is wet, it will not ignite and you can easily get a code, okay, for misfire. The codes are respectively for cylinder number 1 P0301, P0302 for cylinder number 2, P0303 for cylinder number 3, P0304 for cylinder number 4. Also, in some cases you may get a fuel injector code anything from P0201 to 204 guys. The last digit of the code corresponds to the cylinder number. Now, another thing, if that injector is leaking guys and you let the car you stop it for a while, you let it sit, you have quite a bit of pressure in the fuel rail. I think it's around 400 psi and quite a bit of fuel in that fuel rail. If that injector doesn't close, what can happen? You will start dripping fuel in the cylinder guys, and if it's full of fuel, okay, what can happen? Okay, when you try to start the car, you can snap, okay, actually connecting rod. That's what happened with this engine, and we'll be taking the engine apart. We'll show you how to replace connecting rod and a piston, so we'll have it guys, but practically it destroys the engine. Okay, so it can lead to engine being practically locked up. Number 2, in some cases it may leak that fuel around the piston rings, especially if your engine is a little bit older, more wore out, and that oil will end up in the oil pan. It will dilute your oil and that can cause damage to the crankshaft bearings, camshaft bearings, cylinder head. So if you have increased oil level, that means that you most likely have fuel gasoline in the oil. So smell the oil dipstick and see if it smells like gasoline. If it smells like gasoline, it's very likely you have gasoline in the oil, which can destroy your engine again, guys, and in that way you will need the whole engine replaced or completely rebuilt. Those are the most common symptoms of a bad fuel injector, leaking fuel injector. If you have any questions, let us know. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you next time.